And we are live back at Jazz TV Weekly. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're well and had a lovely weekend. By the way of introduction, my name is Jazz Singh from Jazz Real Estate Eview Group in Point Cook. We're back with Jazz TV Weekly, talking about market wrap, what the market was doing last week, and also talking about a soul story. And let's understand what the market sentiments are and what's happening in the market overall. Let's have a look at Point Cook and also look at the clearance rates. Last week, we had approximately 388 auctions reported at REIV, and with 67% of auction clearance rates, which has been pretty phenomenal, keeping in mind it was school holidays. And last week, the same time was approximately 63%, and the same time last year was approximately 78%. So there's a bit of a slight reduction in the auction clearance rates this year. And even though the auction clearance rates were quite low this time last week, what we've seen is the vendors have started aligning themselves in the current market, and the buyers obviously understanding the market, and it's not changing that much. So obviously they're adjusting their expectations back to where the prices were. Auctions have proven pretty well for the last week's vendors, and some of the properties were sold after the event, which was sold after the auction by negotiations. Coming back to Point Cook, we had approximately 18 sales, and many of the sales were roughly around $1 million mark. Some of the properties were sold in a single story quadrant between 900 and roughly 1 mil. And we had number 12 Daydream sold for $1 million, unconditional sale prior auction. The property was scheduled for an auction, which was to happen this coming Saturday. We had pre-auction interest in the property, so we decided to negotiate prior auction, and the offers were quite strong. Interest level was pretty good, and there's still buyers who have missed out, and the ones who actually called us this morning as well to see if there's something similar available in the market or perhaps coming up soon. So if you are willing to sort of do something with your property, if you're planning to move, it's the right time where you don't have to wait for the next 3 to 4 months. The spring is now. If you are thinking to do something, I'd recommend jumping in now and lock in the price which is going at the moment. And because the buyers are still there, and there's a lot of competition that was created for a few of our campaigns, and the buyers have been prepared, buyers are ready to go, and they're looking for the right house. So if you are the one who's looking to sell or perhaps do something, or maybe planning to move in the next 3 to 6 months, let's jump on the phone, let's chat, and let's book an appointment, and we can certainly have a discussion around how we can assist you and get you the best outcome. Moving on from Point Cook, Tarneet had about 15 sales with roughly around $970,000 with the highest sale for a property, and Truganina had about 7, and Williams Landing roughly about 3 sales. Williams Landing has always got about less reported sales in a week's time because obviously the size of the suburb or the number of listings in the market. So it's a pretty good outcome. The sale results in Williams Landing have been quite strong, and we do have a beautiful house coming up in Williams Landing soon, and keep an eye on that as well. Now, some of the properties are getting sold this week on our list. So obviously there'll be more buyers who will miss out. So if you are looking to do something, as I said before, please jump in. Let's talk about the sold story for number 12 Daydream Drive. The property was set on approximately 512 square meters, approximately 33 squares, Henley built, beautiful home with a separate study, a front master bedroom, which was quite massive, with massive his and hers wardrobe, and a big ensuite. The house has got separate 2 living areas in the theatre and a separate dining as well. So it's definitely a well-proportioned house, and a house which was certainly close to Elamanda School. Property was listed for a private sale for obvious reasons, and obviously tested the waters there and understood the feedback and understood the prices and the offers from the market. And thereon, the campaign was shifted in a smart manner. It was strategic planning. We sat down with the vendors and explained the feedback from the market, and then obviously we switched the campaign to achieve the best outcome for him. As soon as we switched the campaign, we had a lot of interest that started coming in, being an auction obviously, and the method and the strategy did work, and they got them an outstanding outcome of $1 million for the beautiful home. They are super happy that they're moving on with the next journey, and purchasers are super happy. They were absolutely in love with the home, but again, they had to compromise on different things, which was obviously the timing of the market. They didn't want to wait any longer, and the competition was quite fierce. There was multiple offers on the property, and they expressed interest, and they secured the property at a price they were super happy with, and the vendors are super happy and they're over the moon. In terms of the Alamanda estate, prices in Alamanda estate are certainly holding up, and overall the other properties where presentation and marketing, as we always say, like a broken record, prices are certainly holding up for the houses which are presented well, priced well, and obviously they are marketed well. In terms of what's going to happen next week, guys, we have a few auctions coming up on 30th. There's one at number 30 Holly Drive, and we have 7 Peppers Avenue in Alamanda, both Alamanda school zones. Some more properties that may be coming onto the market, not in Alamanda. Alamanda normally has very few listings in the market, and obviously the holding time in Alamanda is a little longer than other part of the estates for obvious reasons. Schooling and children, people spend more time and few years there for the children's education to finish, and then they move on to the secondary. This is what's happening at the moment for Alamanda. If you have any questions, guys, please do let us know. And in terms of what's happening with the market, we'll be coming up with a separate Jazz TV Weekly with a market update on what's happening with the economy, and we'll have one of our guest speakers talking about what can be expected in the next couple of months and what's going to happen with the interest rates, which is obviously a point of discussion on the dining tables at the moment. If you have any questions, guys, please do let us know. 04354 is my number, and myself and my team would love to look after you and your beautiful home. And obviously, if you are in a journey where you're looking to buy, please contact us. We'd love to look after you. Thank you so much, guys. This is all for me today. If you have any questions, please reach out. Questions, emails, phone call, text messages. Would love to connect with yourself. Thank you so much, and you have a lovely week ahead. Take care.